Hi, this is Blitz vom Himmel, and we're on to part 3 of the truth about who we are. In the last two parts, I have shown a few discrepancies that I found in the Bible when it comes to the book of Genesis, one that I found in the book of Revelation, and I gave you the smoking gun, in which Yeshua himself had stated that we are gods. If you'd like to a recap of those, go ahead and go back and watch those videos first, and then you can come back and finish up with this one. So let's in this one I want to tell you about Yahweh's kingdom. Like I've stated in the previous video, Yahweh's kingdom is a universal kingdom. And there is, in Matthew chapter 22, verse 35 through 40, like I had stated in my previous two videos, I'm reading it straight from a King James version of the Bible. The publication isn't necessarily important. I have 4 Bibles in the house that I cross-reference through, and they all basically say the same thing. They've all been changed in similar manners. It's not translational differences. It's not, like I state, yeah. Go back to the second part 2, and you'll see the at least 2 of the discrepancies that I found, and in which they just make absolutely no sense. And so, therefore, if it doesn't make sense, it's got to be a lie, right? I mean, and like I stated before in part 2, the truth only has to be stated once, and a lie has to be continuously spoken in order for it to be believed, because the truth is the truth, and a lie is a lie, and a lie will fall and the truth will stand, but a lie has to continually be perpetuated in order to grow, in order to be able to have any kind of substance. You have to continually tell it. I mean, that's, Alright, so Matthew chapter 20. Let's see, I think that's what I'm going for. Yeah, chapter 22. Given Yahweh's law. Like I said in the previous video, in case you didn't watch the previous video, that's fine. Go ahead and go back and watch it later. Yahweh's kingdom, empire, is universal. It's not just the earth. The earth is just, like a lot of people have stated, I've even said it myself. If we're the only ones here, then the universe is quite a bit of a waste of space. And, you could chalk it up to Yahweh showing off or whatever, but I don't believe that. I do believe in extraterrestrial life. I'm going to show you in this series where extraterrestrialism comes from, why I know that extraterrestrials are real. Angels are real, they're extraterrestrials. Demons are real, they're extraterrestrials. They're aliens. Same thing. Let's see. 20... Oh, turn a page. So what is Yahweh's law? What is the law of the universe? What is the spiritual law of the universe? I'm about to tell you what the spiritual law of the universe is. Chapter 22, verse 35? Yeah. I've written down a lot of notes. Well, not really a lot. It's only a page. But, for me, a page can go apparently over an hour. Because I've had to make this video in so far 3 parts. And then one of them, which was a lawyer, asked him a question, tempting him. They're talking about Yeshua, Jesus. He's being tempted by a lawyer. And he said, "Master, which is the greatest commandment in the law?" And Jesus said unto him, "Thou shalt love the Lord thy God with all thy heart, and with all thy soul, and with all thy mind." This is the first and great commandment. And the second is like unto it. Thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself. So, look, there is absolutely no problem with you loving yourself. You should love yourself. If you don't love yourself, you need to love yourself. You need to see yourself how Yahweh sees you. He sees you as He sees you as His child. He created you to be His child. I'm going to go through the fact that Jesus actually called Himself the second Adam. This is actually another part that I haven't fully gotten all the notes written down for yet. So this is actually a continuation. So even it may be a few more days that I might post part 4, or but I just wanted to be able to get this out to you, because the first thing that Yahweh actually wanted me to tell you, first and foremost, which I'd stated in the previous 2 parts, was that the Holy Spirit was going to be taken, that the rapture is going to be taking place pretty soon. That's, like I said, this is the whole reason why I'm doing this. I wouldn't be doing this if I have stated over and over, I'm not the type of person that wants attention. I don't. I really don't like attention. I am a hermit. I like to stay to myself. But Yahweh has asked me to do this for Him. I'm His son. And just as I ask my son to do things for me and he does things for me, I do things for him. I do things for Yahweh. Same thing. I'm not His servant. I'm not His slave. So let's go ahead and let's take a look. And but yeah, those are His 2 commandments. Love Him with all thy heart, all thy soul, and all thy mind. Which means all of your emotion, all of your intellect, and all of your spirit. That is the first commandment. That is the law. Which then goes into sin, because if you're going to love, you're not going to sin. Sin, the definition of sin, is to do something against the will of another sovereign being. I've stated that in a previous video, but just in case, I'm just reiterating, just in case you haven't watched any of my other videos, I'm just restating it. So if you love, you're not going to go against the will of another individual. If you love, you're not going to go against the will of Yahweh. So there you have it. That is the universal law that governs the entire universe, that we will someday assist in ruling. Like I had stated in I don't remember, probably my first part, it was that we would judge angels. And that's 1 Corinthians 6:3. Let's go ahead and go to that. And I'll go ahead and go back over it. I have no problem going back over it. First Corinthians 6:3. Know ye not that ye shall judge angels? How much more things that pertain to this life? There you go. So if we're going to be judging angels, angels are not more powerful than we are. That's another thing. I'm trying to get, what I am attempting to get across to you is that all of this BS that's going on in the world, and right now, there have been, in the past 2 months, more than 5 volcanic eruptions. Mount Kilauea in Hawaii is still erupting. It's been going on for 8 weeks, 2 months, and is still going. And the USGS says that they don't have no idea when it's going to stop. It doesn't have any indication of slowing down at all. And there have been other things that have been taking place, like weird weather phenomenon. I mean, just take a look. The social upheaval. I mean, everybody's turning against everybody else. There's a rumor about a civil war in the United States, and I'm like, really? A civil war over what? And everybody's so. I really don't care about offending people, because if what I tell you offends you, then apparently I'm hitting a nerve. Apparently you need to hear it. Because the truth offends, unfortunately. And the truth is the truth, and if you don't accept it, then hellfire damnation is your reward. You send yourself to hell. Yahweh does not send you there. It's your choice. Whether you choose to have a relationship with Him, whether you choose to love Him with all of your heart, all of your soul, and all of your mind, that's up to you. You know? I was going to go into all this great big detail about how governments are sinful and blah, blah, blah. I really don't need to do that, because you can see that. They make you go against your will. They make you pay taxes. They make you go out and work, or else if you don't go out and work, then you can't pay your taxes and you go to jail, right? So that's sinful. This whole society that we live in that forces you to do something against your will is sinful. And it's unnecessary. We as humankind, we have the ability to change that because we are gods. All we have to do is put our wills in line with the will of Yahweh. And it's not, I mean, you know, it's not that big a deal. It's not like you're giving up anything. You're not giving up a thing. Because, I mean, what does the government tell you? You have to give up some rights in order to be a part of a society. Huh? Why? Why do you have to give up rights? With Yahweh, you don't have to give up anything. As a matter of fact, when you go and you align your will with Him and you say that I will not sin, that I will not impose my will against the will of another individual, you gain. You gain so much more than you would losing giving your rights over to be in a society of a governance of the rule of law. What the hell does that even mean? The rule of law. You know? What does that even mean? It's a... I'm not going to go into all that. I could, but I'm not going to. And that's the end of part 3. And that's what I wanted to tell you about Yahweh's kingdom, is that it's universal. And I'm going to go, you know, into part 4. I'll probably put that out in a few more days whenever I get into the extraterrestrial part of my series. But that's what I've been wanting to try to tell people, is that everybody wants to so balk at, you know, the fact that, you know, I don't want to, you know, would rather rule in hell than serve in heaven. Are you freaking serious? You're not going to be ruling in hell. Hell is eternal separation from the Father, okay? Eternal separation from the Father. Hellfire. You're not going to be ruling anything there, okay? Nothing. That's a lie. That's one that Satan's told everybody. And it just boggles my mind. Because, yeah. Anyway, that is the end of part 3. Whenever I do have more information to be able to provide for part 4, I will make another video and present it to you. But right now, I've got about 6 hours worth of upload. So, I'll see you then. I love you. Have a wonderful day. And God bless. And Yahweh bless you and keep you safe.